Good morning. Well, here we go, starting the second half of the school year today as the second semester gets underway. First of all, very important, we're starting right out with Committee WHS today. We need to get the January meetings in. The month is waning here. This is the 19th already. So Committee WHS is today and Wednesday. During first and second lunch at groups 1 and 2 today. You got notes about this, but it was a long time ago. It was way back last semester, probably before finals even, so you may not remember, but if you're in Committee WHS groups 1 and 2, you meet today in room 128, and of course we'll have lunch for you there. Look forward to seeing you then. There will be a short, mandatory, large group speech meeting after school Wednesday, that would be tomorrow, in room 218. All students in large group speech must attend. You'll be getting important information about this Saturday's contest at the meeting. This Saturday is the big regional large group speech event. So you need to be totally up to speed on all the details, when to get there, when to perform, all that stuff. You will learn that at the Wednesday mandatory meeting in room 218 right after school. All ACTIC members must have their 3 forms turned in by the end of school today. If they're not turned in, you will not be eligible to compete at regionals or ever again, because you have to compete at regionals to continue. So be sure you get those forms turned in. I assume that's to Coach Hill today. Study table is every day this week, the rest of the week, right after school in 118B. Math club after school today also in 148. If you're interested in that, I'll Make Me a Better World, actually I'll Make Me a World in Iowa is the correct name, conference coming up in Des Moines later this month. Today is the last day to sign up. And a heads up that all driver ed classes will be meeting the rest of the year in room 49. It's the only room in Washington High School's basement. We have a very small basement. All the way to the end of the hall and down the stairs of the jock lot, and you will find the one classroom down there. You can't miss it. That's where driver ed will be the rest of this year. And it seemed like there's one other thing I had here other than, birthdays. Timothy Fortright, Connor Hahn, and Jade Nisi. Your birthdays are today. Happy birthday to you. And here are your lunch choices. Spicy chicken wrap, or chicken patty on a bun, or spud bowl with biscuit, all chicken so far, or sun butter and jelly sandwich, or sub sandwich, or specialty pizza. I have a lot of sports results, and as you know, we have 8 minutes set aside for announcements, so we probably have time for these. But just to be sure, we're going to go to student announcers next, and I'll be back if I have the time. Emily, Riel?
Just a reminder that the roll wash orders are due this Friday. You can give them to Riel or me or Mr. Dewar.
Pick up the forms in Mr. Dewar's room and make sure you turn the money in with the forms by this Friday. Thanks.
Cool, thank you.
Just wanted to let everyone know that Dance Marathon will start having bake sales starting Wednesday, so just look out for people carrying baked goods.
There will be no photography club today due to people not being able to show up today, so thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time of year. That's right, the first improv show of the calendar year is coming up this Thursday at 7 p.m. in the Little Theater. We hope to see you all there. It's free as usual. Again, 7 p.m. in the Little Theater. Also, if you're in Dalton Becker's ensemble acting, I will be meeting with you today at 5:30 in Mr. Lammer's room, and my ensemble acting will be meeting at 4:30 in Mr. Lammer's room, same time, same place. Thank you.
WLP meets today in room 232 after school.
Those of you ready to start off the new semester, be able to get Power School on your phone if you get the app, which is the Pearson app, I believe. But you don't just put in the school code and put in your information. You actually have to do the search for your server, which is a link down at the bottom underneath that information. The server address is PSCR, Power School Cedar Rapids, grantwoodaea.org. So pscr.grantwoodgwaea.org.
And we have one more student announcer, hurry on, Harlan, who has an announcement to read. Go for it.
For anybody that is doing robotics, drivers and builders who wish to. I can't exactly repeat.
Who wish to, who want to compete at the scrimmage at Marion High School on Wednesday after school should see Mrs. Martinson together tomorrow before 7th hour. So if you want to be at that scrimmage at Marion, see Mrs. Martinson soon. Thanks, Harlan.
Today or tomorrow, Miss Martinson's room is room 103 in the North Hall, I believe.
That's exactly right. I think we still have some time. We'll hit these really quick. First of all, our show choirs were awesome on Saturday out at Linmore. Momentum took second place behind a powerhouse Ankeny Centennial group at beating Kennedy and City High and Bettendorf and Totino Grace from Minneapolis and several others as well. Did a great job, and Shondell Young was the male soloist winner again, and they also got best vocals. Selly was awesome. They also took second in the prep division to the prep group from Ankeny Centennial again, but they beat all the other groups, including Portia from Kennedy, and had a great show, and they got best band. And in addition to that, Vivace took first place in the 9th grade group, and don't tell everybody I said this, okay? But they did have a better score than Kennedy's top prep group, Protege. That's how good Vivace, which is our almost all freshman group, was on Saturday. So the show choirs were amazing. They've been in 2 competitions so far. The only school that's beaten them is Ankeny Centennial. What do you tell me, Mr. McWhirter?
First time in 11 years that we have beaten Kennedy.
Yeah, first time in 11 years that Mo has beaten Kennedy. Kennedy's been a powerhouse, but our show is amazing. You are going to see it if you don't see it before. You're going to see it at our Salute to Excellence Assembly on February 15th. Real quick, girls JV basketball last night. Warriors beat the Jayhawks. I can't believe this. 79-19. 9 different Warriors scored. Lindsey Parks led us with 21 points, including 5 3-pointers. Sammy Me added 13, so that was a big win. Warrior varsity team had a great win here Friday night. A lot of you were here for that over Prairie. And in that one, Bruner had 15 points and 7 rebounds, and Visser also had 15 points and 2 block shots. Caden Riley had 4 threes, all in the third quarter. That was a huge win. Sophomore men's basketball had a big win, and varsity both up at Western Dubuque on Saturday. The win for the sophomores was 70-40. 9 Warriors scored. Colin Westmoreland led the offensive attack with 17 points. Drew Christensen with 13 and Max Campbell with 11. And the varsity team also won up there, 65 to, I'm going by memory here, but 65-55, I'm pretty sure it was. And Levici had 23 points. Levici Williams and Keon Wills had 20 points. So that was a great win for the Warriors. They're now 5-6 at the turning point halfway through the season. Jayhawks coming up, doubleheader over there on Friday night. And finally, in bowling, our women went up against a very good City High team and lost so close. But it had their first 2,400 point night. So they had their best night of the season, even though they came up just short. It was actually 24-23 for the Warriors and 24-95 for the Little Hawks. But Shania Christensen was in a few pins of a school record. She bowled a 461 series. Series is 2 games, so that's an average of over 230 per game. Shania is on fire. JV's lost by an even closer margin by 4 pins. High roller was Danica Hartman with a 223 series. And the athletes of the week are Kinsey Dills for varsity and Danica Hartman for JV. And that's it for announcements for this first day of the second semester. Thank you for your attention.